Hello, crafty friends. This is the Paper Chef here. I'm excited to kick off the November workshop series. We're focused on the Crafting with You bundle, and I really wanted to get it started now because it's on low inventory. I really thought they would have run out by now, but it's been pretty popular item. So it's on low inventory as of today. So if you like this and you want to follow along, you want to get my workshop kit, then now is the time to get this bundle. Here it is in the annual catalog on page 91. And it is distinctive stamping, meaning it has a little bit of shading and dots. Like the more concentrated dots, the darker the area looks. I have loads of samples to show you from 3 of my crafty friends. One of them who is here today watching. And I'm going to show you those samples later that are like out of this world. And we're going to start out with this sort of simple card that you can create with this. You have sending a handmade hug, life is better when you're crafting, with love, which you can put on 3D items, and you inspire me. There's so much you can do with this bundle and the dies, and there's even extra dies that don't even coordinate with the stamps. So it's pretty fantastic. Here are a few samples from the catalog at the top. If you're new to my channel, every month we go all in on a bundle. Most months, I say almost. I think we're not doing one in December, but we're doing it again in January. But we have a card club as well. And we dive deep into the card club stamp set, which is so sincere. I've been working on those kits, and most of those, anyone that's paid up to date or they're subscribed to my card club, then I've already pretty much sent those and the swag bags for those that had the 6-month anniversary. So now I'm working on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make this card, which is simple. Then we're going to show you what's in a kit. A kit is something that's carefully curated by me, yours truly, the Paper Chef. Okay, my name is Kimberly Smith. I'm the Paper Chef. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. I'm going to show you how to make this card. We're going to use a few different inks, a couple blending techniques, a couple layering techniques, a little bit of die cutting, and then we will show you what's in one of my curated kits, the workshop kits. If you're in the US, you can get those. If not, you just keep following along from anywhere in the world. And then that's about it. I'm going to show you some cards at the end that are made with this. Who knows what other surprises will come. All right. I have lots going on right now, including getting ready for a craft fair and, like I said, mailing out some kits. So busy lady, but not getting overwhelmed. I'm not even entertaining the fact because I know I'll get it all done. And if I don't, it doesn't matter because I'm having fun. So to die cut, you're going to use the base plate number 1. I'm going to show you the dies in a minute and the stamp set in a minute. You're going to use a plate number 2, which is your thin die adapter. 1 plate number 3 for the bottom, and another plate number 3 for the top. I use my scratch one on the bottom. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to start out by, I'm not doing any stamping first. My method, Paper Chef's method, everyone does it different. There's no right or wrong way. There's just different ways of doing things. I like to die cut, and this is like super cute little embroidery hoop with little stitching. I like to die cut first. And then stamp. Now, the flower I will stamp first, but for these other shapes, this is a little embossed shape. I'm going to die cut those first. Okay? So I'm going to put this lid on it and crank it through. And then now for the flowers, because that's a stamped, this little flower bundle, I would stamp that first. But the other one, I would stamp after. I get the shape first. That's just my personal method. In fact, I cut out a bunch of these. You're going to get some die cut shapes in your kit. But you're not going to get this exact die cut shape because you can die cut it yourself with your bundle. Now, I'm going to have a lot of extra embroidery hoops I'm probably not going to do that much with because I think I'm going to more or less use the insides, but those are cute as well. See, I really like the insides because it's stitched. Let me grab my light and bring that closer so you can see that. That's just amazing, right, with the stitching? And then this has already embossed the little basket. All right, so that's good. We'll do a little stamping, and let me show you the rest. All right, and when I go back to that, you'll see it. So this is the stamp set. It's a photopolymer, so you can see through it. The dies are pretty fantastic. I've been playing around. This little trimmer, the little paper trimmer, has a little slide to put the paper in. I mean, you have your die. You have a little paper trimmer that's operational. I mean, obviously, it doesn't have a blade on it, but I'm saying it's operational, meaning it already has the little slit in it. You have your little sewing machine die that cuts out the sewing machine. How great is that going to be for craft fairs when you want to put like handmade by my mom, who does all the aprons. Look at these little scissors. Okay, you'll see samples of all these. I'm just playing around with it now. So here you got your photopolymer see-through. And then you got your easel, buttons, what are these? Thread, more thread, spools. You can cut out 4 spools of thread at once, some little hearts, a little ruler. And I've seen a lot of other examples with these dies where people put these little pieces of paper through the trimmer. So I think I'll be playing around with that. Okay, I like these stamp cases where you can put everything back inside. So that's that. And we're going to be using this one here. So let's grab that stamp. I like to, even if it's late, I like to go live and do these tutorials because once I make something, I have everything out. I tend to, if I were to put all this away, because I need my table to make my kits. I'm trying to make the next kit. I've already made the card club, all the card club kits. Now I'm trying to finish this kit. So if I were to put all this away and then try to do a tutorial tomorrow, this is just advice if you're doing a YouTube channel. And I give advice to my Grow Your Crafty business group on these kinds of things as well. And to my team and everything. You want to have everything out. And it's best, to me, the best way to do a tutorial is once I just got done making this card. So I just made this card. I know I have not left this room. I didn't go to the bathroom. I didn't leave. I didn't wash anything off. I did wipe these off with like a baby wipe. But what I'm saying is everything's here. It can't be anywhere else. You can't lose your stuff. You're not fiddle farting around while everybody's waiting. I'm just tapping. I'm using Calypso Coral, by the way. And look at that distinctive stamp. Isn't that neat with the little dots? You'll see it closer when I stamp onto the white piece. So, you have all your pieces. You have you have everything you need. Now I just stamped onto basic white. And I'm going to close the Calypso Coral. So then when you do a tutorial, you're not like, I don't know what I did with that. Now, I do lose things constantly, but I'm saying this is the best way to not lose things. And you actually put some effort into not losing things. Of course, I'm just still lose things because we're crafters. But this way, I couldn't have lost it because it's all right here. And I'm just using a piece of what is that called? The low-tack artist tape. I like that stuff. And they also make sticky note tape. So I'm going to cut out the flowers. It's just my little embellishments. I'm looking for the top plate. Here it is. It's under here. Okay, so you can't see that, but I'm just running that through again. Okay, so I've already, out of all the colors I pulled out, I have just used the Calypso Coral. Now, in my opinion, I would have had, if I would have designed this, I would have designed this so you can color the leaves a little separately, but that's okay. I just did this. I took my garden green, which is one of the coordinating colors. I'm going to show you the paper in a moment. I have a lot to show you, but I don't show you all at once. Actually, you can use the thicker side. There's a little brush tip side of the marker, and I just kind of made some lines in the leaves. This is just like artistic. I'm just kind of touching it up like with a little bit of green there. Now you can also color your stamped image with you if you want. Like I could have stamped it like this. I could have colored these sections with the colors I want to put on the stamp. But that's a lot more work and not as artistic, so I'm just doing it this way. I'm getting the crushed curry marker and I'm just getting in there and putting a little bit of crushed curry in the middle of the flowers and just making it pretty. Now I'm going to take the basket that I cut here. And like I said, I have 2 of them because I did one earlier. I'm going to take a little sponge dauber. Now instead of taking a lot of ink and dipping the sponge dauber straight into the ink, I'm going to open up the crumb cake. Open the crumb cake ink. Let's get rid of this. We don't need the flour anymore. Get it out of the way. And I'm going to put a little bit of ink on my stamping block. And then I'm going to put the sponge dauber on there to know how much ink I'm putting on the dauber. And I'm also taking the first blob of crumb cake and rubbing it off. And that way my basket's not too dark. You're going to see these little basket embossed pieces like coming to life. So just touch it up. And you can also do this at the end because you don't want the basket to look all the same because it's a woven basket. So you can tap, 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 and rub. Okay, so tap, tap. I'm just doing another one. I already die cut one out. So first you're going to rub over it with your crumb cake. Tap, tap, tap. Rub it around. Rub it, dub, dub. 3 men in the tub. Okay, so then you go like that. And then you have this sort of mottled look for your basket. Pretty cute. And then, of course, it would not be one of my cards without the wink of Stella. We got to make the basket shine. And I'll give you a closer look at the basket. So you can use this for the little set of markers. And I'm actually talking about like the stamped set of like there's a stamped image of markers, like little or paintbrushes, little set of paintbrushes and tools. You can put those in the basket. You can put the yarn in the basket. You put flower. I put the flowers in the basket. That's just what I chose to do. The flowers were here on the example, but I just thought they looked good in the basket. Okay, and I'm going to add some Wink. Let me just show you these first. I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Okay, a little bit of shine on the baskets. And now I'm going to shine up the flowers there. Shine on. I'm raring to go. All right, there we go. So now we're going to take this little piece. Let's close the crumb cake and get rid of that. Put that over there. And now we're taking out the wild wheat. Not my favorite color, but not my least favorite color either. The reason I'm using wild wheat, though, is because it is one of the colors that coordinates. So I'm going to dip in there. I'm not dipping on the same side I dipped the crumb cake. And yes, I think it looks like baby puke. I don't know about you guys, but that's what it looks like to me. Now, it's still a good color for this project for a couple of reasons. One, it's a light color, and I want to put a light color on the bottom of this handmade hug. Two, it's a coordinating color. So whether you like something or not, the color theory is color theory. Our graphic artists don't just pull the stuff out of a hat. They don't just say, oh, that color. No, they use complementary colors, and there's a lot of science behind using colors that are complementary and that coordinate together. So the wild wheat, see, it doesn't look bad when I do it to there. Okay, so it's one of our new ink colors. And I'm really like, can't wait for the new ink colors. I think they're going to be like more brighter than the set we have now. But that's pretty cool. So I'm going to close the wild wheat because we do not want to get that accidentally onto things. And I'm going to get rid of the stamping block now. But if you want, you can go on your cards and you can do stuff to them. You know, you can get rid of the ink and make textured backgrounds. All right. We're going back to the, nope, not Calypso Core. We've already done that. We're using Pretty Peacock now. And that'll be the color that we stamp with. Okay, opening the Pretty Peacock. And it looks like there's a little fuzz ball on there. Oh, no, it's part of my ribbon. Let's see what happens. This is going to get all over my card. Time for a baby wipe. All right, we have to close with the... I'm getting out a new baby wipe just to... Oh, my goodness, there's a lot of people on tonight for this late. Thank you for coming on with no notice. You guys are diehard fans, crafters at night. Thank you so much. So if you are a subscriber to my channel and you hit the little bell, then you're notified when I go live and that you get an email sent to you. I know because I'm a subscriber to my own channel. And I get an email and it says, the Paper Chef has gone live. So that's how you know if you're ever wondering how come some people show up right on time, they get the email. So click the bell because it unclicks it once in a while. You have it all clicked. You're like, I have it set. I want the notifications. And all of a sudden, all your notifications are turned off. Just like every once in a while, if people aren't engaged with my channel, they just sweep out my subscribers and they disappear. And I have to build back my subscriber list again. So it's kind of like if you're not active on, they just sometimes just drop you. Don't know why. I'm just wiping this off, this one. All right, because I want to put this one away. The other stamping blocks I need to wash in the sink. Now, you can also use what's called a Stampin' Scrub. And my 6-month card club members got one of those as a freebie, as a fun little gift. All right, we have everything we need to make this card. So now I'm going to show you the paper that I'm just going to wipe this on my shirt. Okay, so we have this really cool paper. Now, I'm not giving you all the paper in this kit because I gave it to a different group for something else. Maybe it was like the Christmassy ones. Anyway, I don't have those. There's 8 kinds of paper in this pack. It comes in a pack of 6x6, 48 sheets in a pack. So you're going to get in your kit these 4 sheets here. We're going to use this piece for our project. So we'll keep that piece out. We'll use that piece. And we're using this piece here. We're using the back of that. And then you still have these two pieces. You can duplicate the card. I mean, with this style. You can take what I'm showing you and do this as your background. So in other words, I'm going to make a card with this as my background and this flower. So you can go ahead and follow along with me and make this card. Now, I'm not going to use this. Well, I might use it again later, but I'm saying later at the end of when I make all these projects at the end of the month, I'm using 2 different kinds of designer series paper. And in the end, you might have these 2 pieces left over, and you're going to take those pieces and you're going to learn what I'm showing you right now, this measurements, and you're just going to go ahead and make yourself an extra card. So in my kits, you always get extra pieces, which is fun because then you have extra pieces for your projects. All right, let's do 5 1/4. This is the first layer, number 1. So, oh, I had that marked off in the catalog too. Don't want to craft a lanch, but we're going to try to reach for this. All right, we did it. Here you go. This is the paper. It's in a different catalog. So this paper, oh boy. I can't even find the front of this catalog. Here. Where's the front page? Here it is. This is the September to December mini catalog. This paper is pretty cool. So that's what we're using right now. Now you're also getting an online exclusive paper and a paper that you can't even get yet that you're going to have in this kit. Okay, so I'm going to order more of it. You have until the 10th to order my kit. And then I'm going to order some more of this really cool paper I'm going to show you. But those of you that have already ordered the kit, I'm going to be able to give you my stash. All right, that was 5 by 4 1/4, or 4 by 5 1/4. Your typical card size, okay? And I'm not going to cut this again, but I will write the measurements for you. Only because it's late night crafting, right? So we're not going to make this card, but it is one of the pretty peacock card sheets that you get in your card workshop kit. You're going to get all kinds of full sheets of cardstock. So in a couple minutes, I'll write the measurements, and just know that this is a piece of pretty peacock, that you get 2 per page. And why pretty peacock? Because it coordinates with this project. Let's just start layering this up. I know it's sad to cover up these beautiful flowers. So what you might want to do, this is a tip for you. Before you cut this out, if you want, go in there if you want, maybe, and you could let's see. You could cut something out of the middle or whatever you want to do. What I'm saying is that way, if you want to save the middle parts of the paper because you're like, oh, we're using it up and covering up these flowers. But I just get enough paper where I don't really worry about it. Unless it's in the case of Beautiful Autumn, which is on low inventory again already. It came back in stock. It's on low inventory. If you like All About Autumn, it's called specialty paper. Like that paper you have to skimp on because you can't really get it again. All right, now this one, I'm not doing this one yet because I just want to show you the vellum piece and where I got it from. So sometimes in your kits, I do things that are retired because it's just convenient for me because these are already cut. Now we do sell vellum in 8.5 by 11 sheets, but this little pack of vellum has 60 sheets and it was discontinued, right? But there's already vellum in there. So go ahead, if you don't have this kind of vellum, I'm giving everybody a sheet of this lovely layers vellum because it comes with a bunch of the plain ones and then a bunch of the pattern ones. So you're getting the plain one. That way you can do it for this project. I'll try to include 2. I'll include 2 until I run out probably. And I'm just putting a little bit on back there. It's going to get covered up anyway. So just put a little bit of adhesive back there for this layer. All right. So this one, just so you know, it's a 1/4 inch smaller. So you have, let me grab this out. But again, you can buy the 8.5 by 11 sheets. It's called vellum cardstock and it's a little thicker. So this one, remember, this one here, the first one was 4 by 5 1/4. So this one is 3 3/4 by 5. In other words, this piece of vellum is a 1/4 inch smaller than that. Now, I didn't want there to be just that little border. So what I did for the next one is I went, since this one was 5 1/4, I'm just so you're tracking with me. The first one was 5 1/4. The vellum was 5 wide. And I didn't want to go 4.75 or 4 3/4. I didn't think that was enough for the vellum showing up in the back. So I went down into 4.5. Okay, so I went to 4.5. And then by 3 1/4. So that way, you'll see. I have this better margin there. You can actually see the vellum layer. which makes it more fun for layering, in my opinion. Okay, you're not going to hear that one yet. And we're almost done cutting. The only thing left to cut is this glimmer paper, which is not available yet to our customer base, but I am including it from my stash. I didn't have much. I only bought 1 pack. So what I did is I divided it all up into 2 by 3 inch strips and gave you all some of my stash in this kit. So go 1/2 inch out. Oh, sometimes because it's kind of curled up paper, you have to use a little piece of tape on your trimmer or it'll slip. So it's called the 3-color glimmer paper. Those of you that are demonstrators can order this right now. It'll be an online exclusive item, and I think it's going to go really quickly. The only reason it hasn't run out, I think, is people don't know about it. Like, sometimes things are so popular that demonstrators, like, buy so much stuff that the things run out. All right, so this piece is going to be behind this little guy, like so. And I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to, so I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive back there. Stick this on there, like, well, first of all, we got to see. We got to kind of see that it's straight. Something like that, okay? That's just a placeholder because you're going to use dimensionals on it later, but just, this is just to cut your little banner. Okay, look at this one. See how I cut the little banner? So you're just using the 3-color glimmer paper for the banner. And yes, this is Pretty Peacock. Oh, how I love Pretty Peacock. It's such a cool blue color. So this color's going in the card on blue this month, the card club kit, and the workshop kit. That's how much I love Pretty Peacock. Okay, so we're still not putting that on yet. We're going to do something with the flowers as well, but we need the ribbon. And I'm using some ribbon from your kits. Okay, so you have some twine, some ribbon, some linen thread. So you can still get the linen thread, and I think you can get the pool party maybe. Oh, no. The pool party might be on clearance, but this little ribbon, natural woven ribbon. You can use whatever ribbon you want, of course, if you're following along. But this ribbon is something that I think I got a while back. It's in my stash, but I shared it with you. Sometimes I get enough stuff to share, and I like to do that. All right, so here's the last little piece I have. My mom helps me make the kits. She puts them all into those rolls. If I didn't have somebody helping me with the ribbons and the embellishments, well, the die cutting, like, I probably wouldn't be able to keep doing this. And because I have a lot of other stuff I'm working on. Like, I have a podcast. I hope you guys, if you're podcast listeners, have checked out my Hello Crafty Friends podcast. So now I'm in the process of interviewing other crafty friends. And, so I'm just glad my mom helps me with certain things and different friends, because some things would be so time consuming. That's all I'd be sitting around doing. So my kits are such a great value because of all the love and time that went into them. Not to mention the shipping and the driving to the post office. They're like an incredible deal. My team members, my Patreon members, my channel supporters, my YouTube memberships. I have a YouTube membership. I have a Patreon membership. And I have a very large team. And they all get a discount on these. I put some ribbon behind there. As you can see, they get a discount on this kit. And it's only $44 for them. So it's $49. But those groups I mentioned, YouTube members, if you're a YouTube member, a Patreon member, not a free Patreon member, but you can be a free Patreon member, but only the ones that support the channel each month with a pledge, and YouTube supporters and my team members, they all get, or my Grow Your Crafty Business members, they all get a discount on all this stuff. Okay, that's where I'm going to put that guy. I'm going to use dimensionals. I'm just going to use the mini dimensionals, use a bunch of them. I'm trying to put mini dimensionals in this month's kit until I run out, and then I'll put regular, because those little tiny scissors need little dimensionals. You'll see how cute the scissors are. So anyway, I'm so glad to have help on these kits. There's so much love that goes into these kits between the die cutting and the sorting. And my neighbor comes over sometimes, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to put one of each of these in these packages. And she'll just go, oh, let me help you. And it's like so sweet. And she'll like help me do things. And there's certain things like I can have a few people help me, but like I live in the middle of nowhere. So it's like not like I can have a lot of people help me. But I love doing it. And if I didn't do a club, then my customers would end up, if they were trying to follow along with my tutorials, they would have to get a lot of different supplies to follow along with me. And I'm just making it so simple for them. Okay, let me look at this one to see how I did it. So I kind of tilted it like the little, see how I tilted it with the leaves up? These two leaves are up. That way, right, you can, when you put the basket in, it doesn't really block that leaf there, but you can put the basket sort of under. See, I'm going to put it under that leaf there, like so. So the basket is popped up with dimensionals as well, and that little leaf is hanging over the basket. And there you have it. So basket of flowers, and then some bling. The bling that I'm using, that I put in your kit, is called Adhesive Back Sparkle Gems. Throw a few of those on there. I'm just putting 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's 2 sizes. You get one whole row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get 12 in your kit. So you have plenty to play around with. Now, typically, if you're trying to put gems on, and you'll see how other people do it properly with the Take Your Pick tool. See? That's the best way to do it, right? Lift up the gems and put them on there. But quickly, I just grab them with my fingers. So this is a Take Your Pick tool. It's pretty cool. I have a couple of them. And you have different... I just have a couple of them because, like, there's one here. Then I don't have to keep changing the ends. But all you have to do to change the ends is just flip it around. And we even have a dye brush for them. And there's this picks up sequins, my loose sequins. Little putty on the end. All right, so we have it. The cards are done. On the inside, you'd put the 4 by 5 1/4. You'd put the same sheet as this. So let's write this all down. I'm going to flip the paper over. And these items, if you want to join my kits, you want to get my kit, or you want to join my card club. My card club's only $39, and every 6 months you get a swag bag made by my mom, or a different kind of swag bag. But I mean, my kits and clubs are very, very reasonable. That includes shipping. Okay. I eat the cost of the tax for you. I eat the cost of the PayPal fees. I don't pass on extra costs when the postage goes up. It's a very, very good deal for you. All right, so let's do this. Let's go. We're going to start with the card itself. A great value. So this is going to be Pretty Peacock card. And you're going to be able to make 2 of these. And it's going to be, like, I'm just going to open it up because I'm a visual person, right? 8.5 inches by 5.5 high. Okay? Now, even though we're not putting the card that way, that's just typical the way you would normally hold the card. And you're going to score it at 4 1/4. And if you've been watching my tutorials, you make 2 of these at once. From 1 piece of cardstock. That is an A2 card. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make one of these in white and one of these in DSP. So DSP, and you're going to do one in basic white for the inside. So they're both going to be the same size. And when I say same size, that's 5 1/4 by 4 inches high. Okay? So you do 2 of those. And then you're going to do DSP again. Or you're actually going to do vellum. We'll do the next one's DSP and then vellum. We're going to rate the vellum first, though. Vellum is going to be 1/4 inch smaller than that. So 3 3/4. Right? By 5. And then this one's a 1/2 inch smaller than that. 3 1/4. I'm a very visual person, so I have to do 1/2 inch smaller than that. 4 1/2. Hope that's right. So this kind of paper is your garden walk. DSP. With the flowers on it. All right, you're using, so for those are your measurements if you want to take a screenshot, but I'll tell you the colors of ink we used. We used ink, 4 kinds of ink. Pretty Peacock for the sentiment. We used Calypso Coral. Okay, we used Wild Wheat. Okay, and we used Crumb Cake for the basket. So those are the 4 colors of ink we used. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, that's your measurements. And then your sentiment came right out from the dies. And that's all there is to it. We did a little Wink of Stella. We die cut out the little piece from here. Easy peasy. Let me put this away. Let me put this away. Because I'm about to show you my cardstock, and I want to make sure it doesn't get on anything. Or nothing gets on it, I should say. Something just rolled away. I hope it wasn't a die because something went roll. It like I heard a rolling sound. And when you hear a rolling sound, that means it's like it's gone. You got to get a big long stick to try to get it out. All right. The first thing I always give you in each of your kits, my carefully curated workshop kits, are 6. I give you at least 6 current colors of cardstock. Nothing retired in here. Maybe down here it's retired, but the 6 current colors are always current so that you can replace them and you can find them on our website. And then I add in the basics like the white and the black. So for here, for this kit, you're getting a full sheet, 8.5 by 11 of Flirty Flamingo. What a cool color. You're going to see why in a moment because these first 3 colors go with a certain kind of paper. Soft Seafoam and Pretty Peacock. So those 3 colors go with the first pack of 12 sheets of Designer Series paper. And then I have the surprise paper I'm going to show you. It's Crushed Curry, the next 3. Crushed Curry, Night of Navy, and Balmy Blue. Okay, those 3 colors go with the next kind of paper I'm putting in your kit. You have a whole sheet of basic white. That's for the inside of your cards and for your die cutting. If you don't have enough basic white for die cutting, for your sentiments, use it for that way first because the inside of your cards can wait. I just don't give you a whole lot of basic white in your kit. So you can use this sparingly. I mean, use it for your die cuts before anything. And a piece of black, and we usually use this one for our 3D box project or something, the black one. Sometimes I use it for a card base. So that's your card stock. And then in addition, I always give you some kind of samples, some kind of other things. So these are we'll make a note card. This is our craft note cards and envelopes. So you're going to make 1 note card in this workshop. There's your note card. We will decorate a peekaboo treat bag. And that's with some candy inside. And you have a acetate card box. My card club, each member got 2 of these this month, and you're getting 1. So I figured it's craft fair season. A lot of you like to make box card sets. So that's the first thing. And then I told you about this paper, which I haven't, the 4 sheets of that, which I have not put inside a bag yet. And then you're going to get this paper. It's called Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. It's an online exclusive paper. So you won't find it in the catalog, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. See how it matches the Flirty Flamingo? And I just thought this was great for crafting with you because all our little scraps, we can cut little things out of them, and they'll all coordinate. So save all your scraps in this workshop series for cutting the little scissors and the trimmers because these kinds of papers have a lot of cool modeled patterns that you can die cut with. So Hello Irresistible. We used this in my turtle when we did the turtle card club because some of it can look nautical as well. Because some of these pages look like seaweed. There's that soft seafoam, really cool background. Okay, so that's the Hello Irresistible. That's the one that I think looks like a nautical pattern. Okay, now the next kind of paper you're going to get. Wait for it. This is awesome. It's an online exclusive paper. And in about a week, it's going to go on sale. And I think the suite is already not available. When I checked today, there's a whole suite of products for demonstrators only. Okay, so there's probably 41,000, I think they said in Vegas, demonstrators in the U.S. Okay, and there's some in other countries. So there's over 50,000 worldwide, maybe 55. Anywho, only we can order it so far. And it's already unavailable. So when I looked today, this suite was unavailable, the online exclusive, but the paper was still available. So hopefully you guys all get this in your kit. And if not, we'll just order some more. And I'm really hoping that the paper doesn't run out right away. But just from demonstrators only, it ran out, that suite. I don't know what part of the suite ran out. Because the suite will say unavailable, even if it's just one little part of it that's unavailable. But as of today, the paper is still available. So there's your 3-color glimmer paper. We just used a 1/2 inch strip of this. Pretty Peacock, Petal Pink, and Highland Heather. But the reason I put that in this bag is because Highland Heather, Night of Navy, Pretty Peacock, all that stuff. Those colors I showed you in here. Pretty Peacock, Petal Pink, Highland Heather, and the Night of Navy. And the colors I have in this kit, Crushed Curry, They were things that coordinated with, and Balmy Blue coordinated with this paper. This paper was created on canvas by the graphic artist at Stampin' Up. And then they made prints of it. So how cool is this? I love this Meandering Meadows paper. We can do so much with this. I mean, just to use as backgrounds and then scenery. Wait till you see what Kathy did with it for the card that we're going to try to case partially. I mean, just unbelievable textures and colors. I love the color combinations and the fact that it looks so real. Like you're just sitting there painting the landscapes. So when we talk about this stamp set and this bundle being an inspiration, and you can give things to other crafters or to anybody, because anybody can inspire you. Heck, send a card to your 3rd grade teacher. Actually, I remember my 2nd grade teacher, Miss Rose. I remember my 4th grade teacher, Miss Otto. I'm trying to think of my 3rd grade teacher's name. I think I had a nun. I had a lot of nuns in school too. But I'm just saying, I sometimes forget all the names. Some teachers I had more than once as well, like later in school. So isn't this beautiful? So Meandering Meadows, it's called. Only demonstrators can get it right now. It's a pre-order item. That's it. We were allowed to get 1 pack with the suite, and then we're limited 2 per person, like consumable items when we are allowed to do a pre-order. So that's it. So when I'm out, I'm out. But I will get more as soon as this goes on sale. All right, so those are the 3 kinds of papers that come in your kit. But wait, there's more. I give you more specialty papers. I think that's the front of that. I give you more specialty papers and more things that you can do in all my workshop kits. And embellishments and ribbons and things of that sort. All right, so we're going to keep going. We have this packet here. So in this packet is your specialty papers. We have a More Dazzle. This is, you get a 6x3 sheet of More Dazzle. This one, I guess that'd be like this. It's kind of silverish, and then we get the gold one. These are pretty thick. Great for accenting and die cutting. So that's More Dazzle. On the other side, we have our window sheet, because we like to do shaker card projects in this workshop series. So that is, can you see that? It's a piece of acetate. It's a window sheet. Window sheets come 2 in a pack of 12 by 12. So I cut them up and you get a 6 by 6 piece of that. Then you get an adhesive sheet. This is a sticker sheet, double-sided. It's for die cutting. I'll show you that technique to make dies that they turn into stickers. Very useful technique to use the adhesive sheet. Then you have a masking paper. Masking paper is a sticky on 2 sides as well. But unlike this, it doesn't stick. It's more of like a low tack. But it's a higher tack than this. It's like your artist tape, but it's a lower tack than the sticker sheet, but a higher tack than this tape. And it's for masking out parts of your image and then peeling it off, and you can, color on the rest of the image. You got a sheet of dimensionals. These are the mini dimensionals until I run out, and then some of you will get the regular dimensionals. And we have the foam adhesive strips for our shaker card project. And wait for it, the cutest little bottle of sequins for everything. These are sequins that we sell right now in our store. Super cute. These little bottles, by the way, little tip for you. The $1.25 tree, I'm going to call it now. The $1.25 tree, the Dollar Tree has these. You get 6 of them in a little package in the craft section. So then you can fill them with all kinds of little crafty goodness. The little bottles. Okay. There's more. I got a couple embellishments to show you before. So Kathy is saying, hello, Kathy. I have your cards here. I'm going to share with everybody. She bought this pack of DSP by mistake and ended up using the whole pack. Are you talking about this pack? Or you bought this one? Are you talking about this one, the Garden Walk that you bought? Or these are the ones I still haven't put in my kit yet. I think I'm going to put them in the same, just to save bags, because I got to try to save expenses whenever I can, especially because I'm training people now on business tips, and I need to practice what I preach. So I think I'm going to put these in with the other bag, because there's only 4 of them, and not waste another bag and keep the cost down. Because we're always doing spreadsheets and things. Anywho, is this the one that you bought a pack of and used the whole thing? I really love it. I love the Christmas piece as well. Hello, Laura. Nice to see you again. Laura was in 4 hours of meetings with me yesterday? We had team meetings out the wazoo yesterday. We had team meetings for my Papered Chefs team. And then we're all belong to my uplines team, and she had her team meeting. She was having it on the first Thursday, but I happen to have mine every time on the second. And those two dates just happen to be on the same day, which never really happens. So we each had a 2-hour meeting, and it was like, oh man, by the end of the night, I didn't even get to finish writing who won the prize drawings because I was so tired. Hello, Hilda. Hello, Phil from Florida. Lynn, nice to see you. Lisa. She's keeping the stamp set forever. She loves it, Kathy's saying. That's that crafting with you. Yeah, it's perfect for us, right? We have lots of crafty friends, and this is great. Hello, Denise. Hello, Hilda. You know what's kind of cool? I could put this on. So someone comes on my podcast, and I want to send them a thank you note, right? I can use that one since it's a Crafty Friends channel, or like Life is Better When You're Crafting. Depending on if they're an artist that come on or a business, like if they're a business builder, I could send them a homemade hug. But if they're another crafter, Life is Better When You're Crafting. I'm having different kinds of guests to keep it fun, keep the conversations fun. So Lisa's here from Canada. Hello, Tassie. Diana. Okay, loves this card. Yes, it's an easy. I wanted to start with an easy card just to show you why you all need this bundle, right? Hello, Kathy. Now, if you're going to get this bundle, and it's on low inventory, so I wouldn't wait, use my host code, please, at my Stampin' Up website, because the host code will put you in a prize drawing. Unless your order is $150, then don't use my host code, and you'll get Stampin' rewards. All right, hello, Kathy. Hello, Donna. Hello, Diane. Thank you. Oh, Donna's saying she likes the cards are cute. Linda, I didn't know you were still awake. I was just chatting with her. Diana, I would love for you to help. Hello, Lori from Ohio. Diana's saying I would help. No, seriously, write me if you want to help remotely. Even if you don't live nearby. Some of my helpers are remote. All right, ready for this cool extravaganza of example or samples or whatever? All right, these are pretty cool. So this is Kathy from Backyard Stamper. She's on here with us right now, Kathy Schmidt. Backyard Stamper. She has her own YouTube channel. Go give her some love. Look at this card. So she has the little piece out of the scene, like you're painting. There's little paintbrushes in the basket, like you're painting this landscape, right? So how appropriate is this paper for this? See, because you're probably wondering, why does she have scenes on there? Now you know why this paper is included, because we're going to do something like this. We're going to somewhat case it, right? Put a sentiment on it too. Is there anything in the inside? I say, yep, you inspire me with the extra little piece of DSP. Awesome sauce. And I say partially case it because I don't have you're not getting the Highline Heather. I didn't order it. I have to order the stuff for your card club a month in advance, some of it, if I know the card stock I'm using. Just because by the time I order it and it gets here and I divvy it up, because you have to subscribe by the 10th, and I already need the card stock ahead of time, the whole pack of it. Okay, this one I made myself, but it was inspired by a shoebox swap when we went to South Carolina. And I think this one, I don't know whose this one was. I made both of these, I think, in the shoebox swap. Maybe Susan Edwards. Maybe Kathy remembers. Right? Yeah, the paper does the work. So this one is, we're going to case something like this. We're going to do all the cute little scissors. And what I love is you can put the bling on there, on the scissors. You can also use brads. But look, you can put the little bling on your scissors, but you probably need some rhinestones for that. So maybe what I'll do, I've got to try to remember, is put a little rhinestones in your kit before I mail the kits. Isn't that cool? Now this one is a tag. We'll just do this on a different kind of paper, but I love all the little scissors with the rhinestones. Okay, this one's so simple. You take the die cutting machine and you just stamp it onto a circle when you make your banner with your scissors. I mean, how easy. This is just stamping on the background, off stamp. So stamp on, stamp off. So this is the first generation stamp would be on the paper. That would be second generation stamping, and then third generation to make it lighter. How easy is that card? So that was another card I made when I was in South Carolina. This is before I even had it, the bundle, I think. I was just using someone else's stuff. All right. This one you're going to just be blown away by. So we'll show you that one last because it's really 3D. These are pretty cool too. Okay, Kathy sent me 2 styles of these because are these called pinwheel cards, Kathy, or something? I forget the exact name. Pinwheel? I mean, so awesome. So I have two different ones. I'm going to open them both up because they're so cool and they're so over the top, right? With the awesome sauce. And this is that Countryside Inn paper. All right, so it's basically a lot of panels, a lot of surface area. Thank you, Hilda. Or Hilda saying beautiful, Kathy, right? So look at that. So you have just a lot of surface area and you can decorate each panel. So let's just go through the panel. We have our little journal with the little button, or actually not journal. I'm sorry, that's like the fabric coming out of the sewing machine. I thought it was a journal, but it could be. There's your fabric, there's your sewing machine table, your ribbon, or your thread and your basket. I mean, the gift that keeps on giving. You inspire me. We have the painting over here with the you inspire me. Okay, next panel. We have the die cutting. Life is better when you're crafting with the trimmer and the little scissors. And then we have sending you a handmade hug with a place to write your sentiment with your barrel of yarn. Does it get any better? Oh, actually, they are the same. You know what? I just thought they weren't the same because, you know what? Oh. So you know what? I'm going to have to give one of these as my prize in my awards ceremony, Kathy. I'm keeping one because I love it. And I want to stand it up and use it as a decoration in my craft room. Speaking of decorations in my craft room, wait till you see this next one. It's just over the top awesome. So I have in December for my team an awards and recognition ceremony. And I want to thank you guys for your support on this channel as well, because I was able to reach number 40 in the USA for a tower card. Thank you. Okay, so before we open this one, and you can name what that style is, this is called a tower card. I don't know why. It does look like a pinwheel to me. Tower card. Please push easel back before collapsing card. Okay. All right, this is what we call a work of art, because literally she splatted the whole thing. So I need to open this whole thing up to show you. Oh, okay, I got one as a swap. Okay, so you sent me one and then I got one as a swap. So she's saying pull this easel back like so. Like stand up the easel is what she's saying. Oh my gosh. Is that adorable? Okay, this is, let's give her, I got to give credit. Charlene Uhas. Charlene was in the event in South Carolina. But look at this really cool. I mean, look at this. This is a decoration for my craft room, right? We got to put it up. I just haven't put it up yet. I still need to though. Is that cute? She put Stampin' Up. She saved the Stampin' Up, which I should start doing because I have a lot of these things. Like, look, just to kind of show you. So, like, the little Stampin' Up comes on all these little things. I think I'm going to start saving them because I think that looks really cute right there on these, on the trimmer and on the little journal and the little spool of ribbon. I mean, look at the detail that went into this. Stampin' Up sticker and little thanks and the little die cutting machine and the trimmer and the scissors. So I'm not really sure what this kind is called. Like, but it's a work of art. Life is better when you're crafting. I mean, it's kind of like an easel, but it's, and it did stand up when I first tested it. She said, push the card back before. I wonder what she means by that. Oh, you can tuck it in like that, maybe. I think it's supposed to go like that. Like it's supposed to come out like that. So, yeah. But what's really cool about this, I mean, besides everything, this is embossed in the back. So that's all textured and embossed. There's paint splatter all over the thing. Like this made me want to get the suite. Well, so all these cards were like, made me want to get the suite. Or not the suite. It's a bundle. Okay, so what's pretty cool about this is even with all this detail, it folds not flat because you'd still have to put it in a package. But she even included an envelope. As if it would fit in an envelope. She included an envelope with it. So to sign up for my workshop series, you go to the description of this video and it says offerings. And that's where you find my different workshops and clubs and things like that. And then you find this paper just by going to my store and searching for the different things. So if you like this one, is it Countryside Inn Designer Series paper? Like that's what this one was from. And, you know, just another reason to be a demonstrator, as if we need more reasons. I still have embellishments to show you too that come in the kit. I just showed you these first, but I have a couple more things that come in my kit. But one of the reasons to be a demonstrator is we get all this like pre-order stuff, which is pretty cool. So those, I'm not necessarily making those. These are just samples of what you can make with the bundle, like why you should get the bundle. Now, a couple more things is that you get in your kit the tinsel gems 4-pack, but I'm thinking I might have to open this up and squeeze in a few of the little rhinestones for you, like so, since I haven't finished up the kit yet, because then you can use them on your scissors. But I'm not going to make another label at this point. We're just going to squeeze them in there. All right, so that's what you get. And then you get these die-cut pieces, deckled rectangle, a couple of different things, like a couple of the stylish shapes dies. You don't need as many for this kit because you have this one that die cuts a lot of the sentiments for you. But you still get some die-cut sentiments. And then you get this. Like I said, what is it? Soft sea foam, pool party, linen, woven linen, and linen. This little linen is to tie up your 3D project, like your box. Linen thread is what I'm thinking of. And then I got the little German chocolates. And I just put a little sign, like, enjoy these milk chocolates from Germany. Okay, so you get some little German chocolates. Okay, and so that is your kit. My mom didn't make anything for this particular kit. This kit was very cost prohibitive for her to make anything this time. But she usually does also, like, sometimes she makes some fabric things. But she was already making my bags for my swag for my people in my card club. So she was already very busy doing that. And I didn't want to ask more of her. All right, so real quick sneak peek of the card club. Now that this is over, the video's over. I've reached our, what does this say? Met the objectives of the video, which was to do the card, to show you what the kit entails, and to give you samples. All right, so this one, though, I just want to show you, this is my Cardon Blue Card Club. And every month we make 4 cards. We make 2 of each design, so you actually get a kit to make 8 cards. And unlike this kit, you get the pieces already scored for you. The card bases are scored. And you get envelopes in this kit. And the basic weight to put on the insides. And all the sentiments for the stamping. You still have to cut your own designer series paper. So in this month's Cardon Blue Card Club kit, which I've mailed out most of them who have already subscribed up to date, you've already mailed them, and you get Delightful Floral, which is an online exclusive paper. I happen to have enough of that for the card club. And you get Winter Meadow, which is from our mini catalog. So here's the 4 cards we're going to make. We'll make those in the 3rd week of November here on this channel. So if you're interested in the card club, all you need to do is get the kit to follow along. You can use any sentiments you want, or you can get what's called So Sincere, the stamp set, and use these exact sentiments I'm using. Either way, that's a great value as well. All right, thank you for watching. This is what we made today. Hope you will give this a try. And that's all for now. This is the Papered Chef.